Killing Eve is a psychological drama, spy, action thriller British television series. The main character, Eve, is a desk-bound security services operative, and her life as a spy is not as exciting as she hoped it would be. This is until she is tasked with capturing Villanelle. Villanelle is the villain of the series, and she is this intelligent, stylish, psychopathic assassin. Somewhere in Kenya, in Kiambu County, a 24-year-old university student, Lawrence Warunge, watched this show and he was inspired by Villanelle. He was inspired to viciously attack and kill his mother, Anne Wanjiku, his father, Nicholas Warunge, his adopted cousin Maxwell, his brother Christian, and a farmhand, James Kinyanjui. My name is Naomi Ngendo, and let's get into it. So, what we know about Lawrence is he had complained to his girlfriend, Sarah Mothoni, about how he was being treated at home. He says that he was treated differently from his other siblings. He says that he would be ridiculed and looked down upon. And this is when he watched the dark thriller Killing Eve and he got inspiration to commit the vicious attacks. He further told detectives that he had been reading two novels. The first novel is Eight Perfect Murders. The novel is about a bookseller. His name is Malcolm. He compiles a list of the most unsolvable murders and those almost impossible to crack. He titles Eight Perfect Murders. One day, an FBI agent comes to his door trying to find information about a series of unsolved murders that are really similar to his list. There's also a killer who is interested in Malcolm, and the killer seems to know a lot about Malcolm and his secrets. So, to protect himself, Malcolm tries to find the killer, and the investigation leaves a trail of death with shocking twists, leaving many dead victims. A review about the book that I read says that in Eight Perfect Murders, fictional crimes become a blueprint for real life violence. He was also reading The Eve of Murder, and the story is about Georgina. Georgina is a festival organizer in this quiet coastal town, and she is found dead after being brutally strangled. So a detective finds out that Georgina she fell off a cliff and she was found strangled. And a detective found out that Georgina had visited the cliffs almost every night and she was never alone. So the detective wants to stop the killer before the festival starts. So now we know that Lawrence was inspired by Killing Eve and he was also reading these two crime novels. So this is when he hatched his plan and he wanted to do it in a way that he wouldn't get caught, and he went online to find information on how to do that. So what he did is he asked his girlfriend to buy him two knives, and she did. She did not question why he wanted the knives. His two sisters were getting ready to go back to school, and they were in boarding school, and by the time his girlfriend had brought the knives, his two sisters had already gone to school, to Lawrence's disappointment. He wanted to kill them too. We know that he had been planning the attack for 3 months, and he had found that the best way to kill them would be to render them unconscious. Then he would stab and then cut their throats. So, to render them unconscious, he got a metal bar. On January 5th, 2021, a few minutes past 8 p.m., he began his vicious attack. First, he went to the farmhand's room. He smacked him on the head with the metal bar, and when the farmhand was unconscious, Lawrence cut his throat. Then he headed to the main house through the kitchen door. He found his mother. He hit her on the head with the metal bar, then he stabbed her 17 times. His 12-year-old brother came in to help his mother, but he too was stabbed several times. According to Lawrence, the brother did not die immediately, so he cut his throat. He then headed to the parents' room, and this is where his father was, and his father tried to run away by jumping from the balcony. Unfortunately, his attempts to run away left him injured, and he was unable to move. So Lawrence went down the stairs. He found his father in pain and he stabbed his father 34 times. He then went to the room his 13-year-old cousin was in, and the cousin was hiding under the bed. He drags the little boy out from under the bed, and Lawrence says that the boy was on his knees, kneeling and pleading for mercy when he stabbed the boy with the 9-inch knife he was using. Lawrence told the police that after his brutal attacks, he went to his father's room and he slept. When he woke up at dawn, he put his bloodied clothes in a bag. He carried his father and the farmhand's phones, took the murder weapon, and he ran away. Together with his girlfriend, they burned the phones in a valley. Then he went to his girlfriend's home, and this is where he threw the knife, the bloody clothes, and a house key in a pit latrine. Lawrence and his girlfriend were arrested on January 8th, 3 days after the murder. They were detained for 14 days as the investigations continued. The detectives needed more time to investigate and also to record statements from friends and family. They were also detained for his sister's protection. Lawrence had said that he had also wanted to kill them and they had narrowly escaped death because schools reopened on January 4th and he killed everyone on January 5th. So Lawrence did confess to the crimes he had committed, and he's the one who led the detectives to the pit latrine. He had thrown his clothes and the weapons in. So Lawrence was charged with 5 counts of murder, and in a virtual court session, he denied the charges and he pleaded not guilty. His girlfriend was acquitted on January 26, 2021, and she became a state witness. The case has failed to kick off a number of times, and this has caused the relatives more pain in their already grieving hearts. So I got the reasons why the case has been pushed so many times from a statement that the families of Nicholas Warunge, the father, and Anne Wanjiku, the mother, put out. So the family's lawyers did write letters complaining about the delay, but they have not received any reasonable relief. In a statement, they said,
"From the onset, we placed our trust in the judicial system to bring the perpetrator to justice swiftly. However, the numerous adjustments, procedural complications, and delays in the legal proceedings have eroded our confidence in the system. We are unable as a family to find closure and move forward with our lives."
This statement was released in January 2024 this year. I have tried to find information on whether the case has gone to trial. I have not found such information. If you know something, please let me know. And that is the story of Lawrence Warunge, the 24-year-old university student who watched a television show and decided to viciously kill his family members and a farmhand. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Naomi Ngendo. Please let me know what you think down below, and I'll see you in the next one.